Wicked is directed by John M. Chu, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, and Michelle Yeoh. So the story of this is Elphaba, a misunderstood young woman because of her green skin, and Glinda, a popular girl, become friends at Shiz University in the land of Oz. After an encounter with the wonderful Wizard of Oz, their friendship reaches a crossroads. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen the Wizard of Oz in probably 13, 14 fucking years. It has been a long ass time. And I'm going to be honest too, going into this film, I really did not know what to expect. I'm not a big fan of musicals at all. I will let you guys know that right now. I barely watch any. And I'm going to obviously use the comparison. The type of musical that only really worked with me so far recently was Joker, but those are just more musical elements with a lot more story. But going into this film, it is a full-on musical, and I was preparing myself for that, and I just didn't know how I was going to like it. And going into it being a true musical, you know, I was just like, is it going to be cringeworthy or what? But I gotta say, as a fan of not a fan of musicals and the musical elements and stuff like that, this film was truly something fucking surprising and remarkable. Wicked is truly a beautiful fucking film. I cannot believe I'm saying that from someone who's not a fan of musicals. I cannot stress that enough. Like I said, I was going into this film thinking I wasn't going to like it at all, and I came out fucking loving this film, which will be a 4K Blu-ray purchase, don't worry. But let's kick it off with the cast. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, both as Elphaba and Glinda, are perfect. Now, I'm not really familiar with Cynthia Erivo's acting, nor obviously the only familiarity that I have from Ariana Grande is like the Nickelodeon shows and stuff like that. But they were perfect in this film. Ariana Grande really pulls off that popular girl type of like all the attention's on me, and Cynthia Erivo, her character she's really good at showing like how kind of in the background and how like she trying to explain it in the best way possible, but how her character is gets a lot of hate towards her, and how she just maintains it and expresses that on screen with that presence is truly fucking great. And I cannot believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Ariana Grande was really good in this film. I cannot say she's a really good actress until I see her in more stuff, especially more dramatic roles, if she starts to go down that route. But let's talk about Jeff Goldblum. You know what you're going to get with Jeff Goldblum, honestly. You have something in your shirt there. That's one of his quotes. The fucking fly. I loved me some Jeff Goldblum. I really do. And him in this film, perfect casting as Oz. I'm not going to lie. He just is perfect. It just fits that role. And you know when a film is going to be good with Michelle Yeoh in the film, most likely. And I love her. Her screen presence is just something that's truly, I don't know, it just screams like talent. And I just love seeing her in any film. I think the first film that I got introduced to her was Everything Everywhere All at Once. But just ever since that, seeing films with her, it was just like truly something that she just gives that nice type of presence that she is eating up the scenery. As for the musicals in the film, they were truly beautiful. I enjoyed every single one of them. And that is crazy. This film is 2 hours and 40 minutes. We're going to get into the runtime in a minute. But every single musical is implemented in the script, in the story, and that actually makes sense. Compared to Joker is a great comparison that just came out this year, that the musical sequences felt out of place. All these fire on all cylinders, and they're truly beautiful songs. I cannot wait to listen to the soundtrack, especially to the climax song. But all the musical sequences just make sense with the story and what's being told on screen. You guys got to remember, Wicked is obviously adapted from a play. And now let's talk about my main negative that I'm about to get into besides talking about the runtime. Now, the runtime is 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This film flew by for me. It's probably because of the musical sequences and stuff like that. I personally feel like there's so much to cover, and they covered so much in this film that there's even more to still cover. That's why the nitpick that I have is there's going to be a part 2. And I'm not a big fan of part 1, part 2. Obviously, look at Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning or Dune. Still annoyed me at first, but I appreciate that film as its own thing. So even with this film, I appreciate it. But like 2 hours and 40 minutes, who would have thought that, like, for me, I wanted more, and I did not want this film to end. And the cinematography is outstanding. With, like I said, the music and the score is perfect. My biggest fucking issue with the film when I was watching it, I noticed, now I did not go see this in IMAX or anything like that either, but I noticed the color grading of the film is very dull and very unsaturated, I guess the word is looking. And a lot of films are doing that nowadays. Even kind of like Gladiator 2 had that too, where the films are unsaturated. I want something like The Wizard of Oz to be saturated. The colors should be vibrant, especially like the train sequence that was all practical effects, which also is a plus too. Adding a lot of practical sets and stuff like that is just amazing. But I will say that the saturation or the unsaturation in the film, it's like, come on, this could have been very colorful and poppy like the old Wizard of Oz film. So I don't know, that's a big complaint that I have with the film. But overall, guys, Wicked Part 1 really truly surprised me. The end sequence, musical, the whole end sequence gave me so much chills that I was not insanely not expecting from a film like this, and especially a musical. But I have to say, guys, I am going to give Wicked Part 1 a 9 out of 10. I had a blast with this film. This film will be purchased on 4K, and this is what I love. I love films that come out during the year that either I have no expectation for or low expectations, and they surprise me. And this is one of those films that was like, wow, it's fucking amazing. So I have to, like I said, 9 out of 10 for Wicked Part 1. I cannot wait to go see Wicked Part 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more. Have a great Thanksgiving. Stay tuned on Thanksgiving. Batman Uprising will be premiering on the channel. It is the second installment in my Batman franchise, my short film franchise. So enjoy that, guys, and I will see you guys real soon.